Hello, everybody, and welcome to podcast number 44 of The Real Estate Show. I'm Cherise Selley, and with me is Judy Steenland, and together we're part of Selley Group Real Estate here in Colorado Springs, and we are so excited to be back with you. Today, we're filming this podcast on April 20th, just to be clear about the date. We do not have April's stats yet for the average home selling price. So we're still floating with March's stats as I talk about this, around 540,000, just under that for the average price of a home in El Paso County right now. And I wanted to say this too. We've taken a couple of zip codes. I think it's fun, since we don't have the stats for April, to just talk about what's happened the last 30 days in a few zip codes as far as the pricing. So 80924 zip code, which is over there by the Powers corridor, and most of those homes are in School District 20, Powers corridor, Wolf Ranch, Cordera, those kind of areas. The last 30 days of solds between 3/20 and 4/19 of 2022, the average price is $665,000, $887 for a listing price. The average sold price is $685,000, $578, which is about 3.28% over list price on average. You're not surprised, are you, Judy?
I'm not, because I actually just ran numbers on a property we're about to list in Wolf Ranch, and I sold that property to this homeowner back in 2019.
Yes. At
470, I think it was 479. We are about to go on the market, and this is being very concerned. It's a healthy list price.
Yes.
675.
Wow. See?
Yeah.
I mean, since 2019
right
to 2022.
Yep.
And that number is still like in process, isn't it?
Yes. We're not going live for another 3 weeks. They're doing all the things to get ready to go on market. And I mean, we're looking at the numbers. I mean, we have to look at real-time numbers, because that 675 could equate to 800 in 3 weeks, or based on what we're seeing with a little bit of the interest rate jump, we may have to be a little bit more conservative than that. So.
Yes, yeah, that's such good tips. And let's go into one more zip code that we're in frequently, which is the 80908 zip code. So that covers some of the Black Forest area. Right. It also covers very high-end areas like Cathedral Pines. And I think,
horse, yeah,
it's so interesting on this zip code. For the last 30 days of solds from 3/20 to 4/19, the average list price is $746,000, $330. The average sold price is $756,000, $892. So about 2.61% over list price. But boy, I've seen that differential be a lot higher than that, depending on the home.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting, because some of these that's not the right word, Uber, but some of these amazing custom $1 million homes, some of those differentials are well over this range because of the scarcity in the custom luxury home market of inventory.
That's right. And the lack of lots. So, I mean, the ones that are the existing homes, the luxury existing homes, when they hit the market, they go so fast.
They do. And, both of us, I think, thought, and everybody's wanting to know, when are things going to tank? When is the world going to fall apart? Because interest rates are climbing. And Judy, you have news about that right now. You are studying it for this week.
Yeah.
What are they right now?
Real life war story. Well, as of this week, they're hovering around 5.25, which that is a huge jump. So the biggest and fastest jump since 1994 we saw in the last couple of weeks, up to 5.25.
That's insane.
And what we're seeing is that is affecting our buyers' ability to qualify and their payments. And the real life story on that one this week is that it was my listing. We had a buyer come in and look at it on a Sunday and want to present the offer on Monday. When they checked rates on Monday, it had jumped so much it put them out of their qualifying bracket. And that what that equates to in numbers for them on payment, it jumped almost $500.
Yes.
$479 maybe, I think is exactly what it was.
It's a car payment.
Yeah, and for a fixed income family, $479 is not affordable.
No. So, but you would think, okay, so question, is that stopping multiple offers right now? Is it stopping the showing trends? And I think we have two experiences that are a little bit different depending on the listing that we've had through this. We just came out of the Easter and Passover time this weekend. And so it's really interesting through a holiday weekend. I didn't know I put personally 2 listings up on a Thursday before the holiday weekend, and you had a listing up at that time. And what was your expectation because of interest rates, and you had that experience for the home? Did you feel like maybe there should have to be a price reduction at that point?
There's so many factors that affect that answer. I thought we may end up having to do a price reduction when we did not, after the experience with watching the interest rates jump and then the showings kind of come down in our price point. But we were on the higher end of the spectrum. So when I ran numbers, and from when I ran them when I put the house on the market, to when I ran them when we were actually showing the house, the showings for that price point dropped significantly with that interest rate jump. They were more in the bracket of homes that you were listing.
So, and our listings, they weren't low end by any means.
No.
One of them was in the mid 7s and one of them was in the high 5s. But I found it very interesting because I had 1,000 square feet less on my listing than yours, but we were in the same area.
Area, yeah. Mine was in close to 9 though, because it was more on the custom side.
Right.
Yeah.
And so for mine, on that one, we had 18 showings and 4 offers starting on Thursday. So I didn't know, again, if interest rates would affect it, but we certainly had a lot of activity.
You had way more activity than we had in the 800 range. And again, I think this is why we go back to, we have to be so intentional on our initial list price.
I agree with that. And condition is key too, because people who are spending out of the roof on prices, they do not want a home that they have to go back in and do a lot to if they can help it.
Yeah.
And so interesting enough too, the 575 listing that I had, we had 62 showings between Thursday and Saturday. 62 showings. The house was tired. It was like, people, 62 showings, and we had 10 offers.
Yeah.
On both of these listings, we scaled way out of these brackets of price, well into the next major pricing brackets. Like, we escalated high on both of them.
Right.
But the thing that's different now is asking the agent to verify. And if they don't verify by giving us a new letter, me calling the lenders and saying, are these buyers approved at the new interest rate? Yeah. I think what you went through, what we're all going through, what buyers are going through, it's only fair to make that call and find out before, on behalf of our sellers, we have or suggest that they look at an offer and accept it. We have to know, are the buyers approved not for what they were, but for where things are now?
Right.
So
well,
important.
And that's just one more step a buyer can take when they're looking at houses, is checking the rates daily right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Such a strong tip. Judy, honestly, we could talk about this for another hour. I feel like we're just scratching the surface, but we're out of time.
Already?
Can you believe it? I can't because my notes are just almost endless here. But
yes,
we're going to have to wrap it up now, and we're going to catch you next week. And thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. We want to help you with understanding where the market is based on our experience and based on articles that are local as well as national, giving our input. We want to help quicken your real estate experience and accelerate it through our experiences and bring you the most relevant information that you can have as you're making big decisions with your life. So thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.